Okay, so the play test started today, and the legal information, I don't necessarily understand where the line is drawn. I know it says that you can't print the rules or anything anywhere, and you can't, do them digitally. I'm just kind of assuming that you can't sit here and like read the book or the papers or discuss the exact specific rules, but it does say in the agreement that you are allowed to talk about your feelings on the game publicly. So I'm going to try to do that without getting anything said that might get this video taken down or anything like that. So of course it's in its early stages, and there's going to be a lot more work done before anything gets finalized. It's not like what you're looking at now is gospel or anything like that. And I still firmly stand by what I've said all along about how this company is rushing out editions at way too fast of a speed, how 4th edition was unnecessary, how 5th edition was going to come way too soon, and how it was going to be equally unnecessary. I don't change my mind on any of those things. How bad or how good 5e is doesn't change the fact that it has all been rushed out far too soon, and that 3rd edition, I feel, was best left as the penultimate edition. Though I would really like to play some Pathfinder and see if that isn't really the best incarnation of the game or not. But that said, what I have seen so far of D&D Next or 5e, whatever you want to call it, it is far better at this stage from what it looks like than is 4e, which wasn't a very high hurdle to overcome. Things that I complained about in 4e, such as monsters having ridiculous amounts of hit points, thus making fights take forever, that seems to be gone. It feels in many ways like a return to 3rd edition with some of the aspects of 4th edition thrown in. And I think that most of the ones that I've seen now are actually very workable. Now, it actually said on their Facebook page, before this came out, they were talking about hit dice, and that they were going to be using that. I mean, that wasn't part of the playtest. It was part of the playtest thing, but since they already talked about it openly, I can comment on that for sure. They were saying that they were going to use hit dice, but it read like it was basically the exact same thing as healing surges. And it is in principle, but I think the differences that are there, I don't know, make me not hate it as much. It seems a little more acceptable to my imagination the way that it's kind of portrayed now. I think, because the problem is in some places, for those of you that may or may not have seen it, things are kind of confusing. Like in one part, it seems to say this, but in another part, it seems to say the opposite, or that it's not the case. So I know that there's a lot of work to still be done, but I didn't really understand it. But I like what I've seen as far as, if 4th edition had never been made, and 5th edition, and this was 4th edition, and it came out right now at the time it's coming out, it'd probably be something, if it continues on the path that it's on now, that I would actually have bought, and I would actually have played, and I actually have kept. But 4th edition coming in the middle too fast, sucking as bad as it did, and then this coming out so fast on the heels of it, still means that I will probably never embrace this edition, because I'm sure that it will only be another, couple of years till we see, 6. Why wouldn't we? Unless this really blows up, and in which case we'll still see 5.5 or who knows what have you. But taken on its own merits, this edition has potential. I don't think it's going to be able to be as good as 3rd edition, but it very well might be the next best edition that they've made. But it's way too early to tell, like I said, and I'll be doing more videos as we go along. I want to see, exactly what's going on. Am I going to be able to keep this up, and a few other things. So we'll see. I will point out that I have had a nightmare of a time downloading the PDF that they sent me in the email, the link to. It's just been a nightmare, and so that part's been terrible. But let me know what y'all think. And like I said, I don't know exactly how much I can say without getting this taken down or not. But yeah, my initial take on 5e, the first playtest packet, is optimism, guarded optimism, while at the same time, like I said, it doesn't mean that I'm embracing it as far as I'm going to go run out and buy it. I'm going to start playing 5e. I don't know that that's the case, but it's possible. If they continue on this path, it's possible. But like I said, it's just, if I do, it's because I won't be able to find people to play 3rd Ed, because some people still don't like 3rd edition. So if I found people that would play 5e that won't play 3e, it might be something I'd be willing to sit down and do. 4e, just not the case. So anyway, I'll answer whatever questions that I can answer, and hope to see y'all again pretty soon. Peace. Peace.